What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. I've got to say, this madness needs to end, and it needs to end now. Newcastle United's Alexander Isak is constantly being linked to Arsenal. Even though Isak is saying he is happy at Newcastle United, the media continue to drive this obsession of wanting Isak at Arsenal, comparing him to Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry was a good player in the Premier League, don't get us wrong, but Alexander Isak is well ahead of Thierry Henry. You can see, by the way Isak plays, that he is a completely different player to Thierry Henry. Now, that aside, why the media continue this obsession, this agenda to have Isak playing at Arsenal is beyond me. The Arsenal fans as well, but just believing that Isak is just going to come from us to Arsenal is absolute madness. You need to get out of your head. You need to stop deluding yourselves, because why would Alexander Isak want to leave Newcastle United, who have a chance, by the way, will have a chance of a League Cup final? We've got players in the second leg of a semi-final. We've already beaten you down at the Emirates. Isak scored in that game. So why would he want to join a team where we've already beaten them? Why would he want to go there? There's nothing there at Arsenal that, would want him to go there. There's nothing that drives him to that team. At the end of the day, he's happy here. He's enjoying his football here. And we've seen it, with the likes of Anthony Gordon as well. Keep, the media pushing these agendas, these obsessions to have all players playing for another team. Just fucking pack it in. They're playing at Newcastle United. We signed them. They're all players. Until them teams, can afford to pay what we are asking for them players, which none of them teams like Arsenal can. The only teams out there right now that would even be able to get it close to Isak's asking price is the likes of Man City, Real Madrid, PSG. So that's never going to happen. Them teams, Man City, I can't see why they would want Isak when they've got Erling Haaland. I can't see why PSG would want Isak, because they're driving towards a French, focus with their team. Real Madrid, again, I can't see why they would want Isak. I'm sure Isak, if the opportunity arises, he'd probably have a look at it, maybe, but I'd seriously doubt it. Because he's happy here, and then there's the talk that Newcastle United are trying to tie him down to a contract to keep him at the club for longer, and he's already on a 3-year contract anyway, as his contract that he's got at the moment still has 3 years on it. So I don't get this obsession with the media, with the Arsenal fans, with fans of other clubs as well, just wanting Alexander Isak. When's he going to join Arsenal? Isak to Arsenal. Paul Merson coming out, Isak's got to go to Arsenal. Just fuck off. He's not your player. He's Newcastle United player. And until Isak wants to leave Newcastle United, or if we, see an opportunity where it's valuable for him to move on and he wants to move on, then that is when, these talks can be made. But until now, just shut your trap. Keep on focusing on, the game in itself. And this all comes, and it all sprouts as well. Even more gasoline to the fire, if you will, because of Mark McAdam at the weekend. Isak scored the goal to level the game. Then he scored the second to take away in front. And instead of Mark McAdam just talking about the game, seeing what he's talking about what he's seeing in front of him, which is exactly what we've seen Chris Kamara do and everybody else do in that position before. No, Mark McAdam's got to go. The Arsenal player, the player that Arsenal want to sign. Why do you need to bring it up? We're not playing Arsenal. We're playing Southampton at St Mary's. So why bring Arsenal into the conversation? It just absolutely makes your mind just melt and just melt at the whole idea of these stupid people coming out, and saying this shit. At the end of the day, he's a Newcastle United player. He's happy here. Just leave it as. you know, because he's our player, he's not yours. And until you can afford that fee that Newcastle United have, you know, asked or put on the player, then just fuck right off, because he's not leaving Newcastle United for anybody, because he's our player. So you're just going to have to, you know, pretty much sit there and watch what you could have had, because Arsenal had the chance to sign him, but they didn't. They turned him down. They kept with Gabriel Jesus from Man City because they said he was a better option. Well, I guess, you know, if they had just put their money where their mouth is, took the opportunity when they had it, then maybe they could have, you know, gotten Alexander Isak to the club. But I seriously doubt it, because he was pretty interested in joining Newcastle United, and he's very, very happy here. And he's wanting to beat that, you know, record that Alan Shearer set, and he's doing amazing in his pursuit of that as well. He scored 48 goals in about 73 appearances for Newcastle United since being here, so that is absolutely amazing. Shows that he's on that path. He's already surpassed Callum Wilson, you know, in the goal scoring charts for Newcastle United since, you know, Callum Wilson joined the club. So I've just got to get that off my chest. I'm just fed up of these stupid rumours, these stupid people coming out and saying that Alexander Isak to Arsenal. Oh, he's got to go to Arsenal. When's this happening? When's that happening? It's not happening. We're talking about it. You're just wasting your air. You're just wasting time. And, you know, there's other stories that you could be covering on your platforms. You know, Talk Sport talking about this. We've got Team Talk talking about this. We've got Sky Sports non-stop coverage talking about this. We've even had, you know, Evermore Nufc taking the mick out of that by putting up, you know, Sky Sports' new channel, Isak to Arsenal, where, of course, I wouldn't be surprised if they started a channel like that, to be honest, with around-the-clock coverage, talking about when Isak's going to fucking join Arsenal, which is never going to happen. So move on. There's plenty of other targets out there that you can get, you know, that aren't in Newcastle United. There's Ivan Toney there. There's, you know, Gary Akos there. Isak's striking partner for Sweden. Why not have a go at that guy instead of, you know, trying to unsettle and tap up Newcastle United's striker? You know, why try and take away our striker from us when you can go and maybe go have a try at Gary Akos or Benjamin Sesko, somebody like that. You know, there's plenty of other targets there. You don't have to, you know, talk about the one that's in Newcastle United. So move the fuck on. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Until next time, I'll see you all later. Or where the lads.